Okay, so how are you guys doing as far as in your industry? How are you guys doing with is filming completely stopped, or are you guys taking precautions? How are you guys rolling on with this?
I mean, at first, of course, they put us on hiatus because it was real dramatic in the beginning, and then the curfew and all that, and then just it started getting more slack and more slack, and people started kind of venturing to go see a couple people, like 5 people at a house or something, and then people started doing content with they chicks that they mess with.
But I
to
really,
where,
but Suave, I really think that it's really ironic in the adult entertainment industry how it's completely okay to just take it out of her ass and then stick it right inside of her mouth.
That came from
and then
left
she
field.
leans over,
Yep.
and then she leans over and spits on it. But we got to protect ourselves from COVID.
You know what?
Like a good girl,
But
I
we've
might
got to
add.
protect ourselves from
Did
COVID-19.
that come from left field?
That was left. That was real left. Yeah.
That's different. Look, I'm looking at this, you guys. It says 67% of pharmacies don't think that people are going to take the COVID vaccination anyway. So what I'm thinking is all it's going to do is create another market. And so if
Absolutely.
Ticketmaster is forcing people to be vaccinated, if the pharmacists think 67% of the people won't take it, it's probably like 75. Now, that's anecdotal. So if that many people refuse to take a vaccine and they're requiring it, I think Ticketmaster might end up hurting.
And at the same time, you have to remember that there are about 5 corporations in competition for this vaccination.
Yeah.
Now, the first thing that I'm also hearing is that they will not be evenly distributing this vaccination.
Of course not.
The first one is by Pfizer, I believe it is, and they said that it's 90% effective. It has a 90% effective rate. Is that about right?
Yeah, it's a 90%.
That means
rate.
the rich folks are getting it.
Okay.
That means 10% of y'all still gonna be coughing and hacking, trying to figure out what's going on.
Well,
Exactly.
90% of the people that get COVID recover anyway.
Higher number than that, actually.
Well, yeah,
Right,
but we
probably
don't. But at the same time, keep your spit to yourself. Thank you. With that being said,
well, it depends.
absolutely, keep your spit to yourself. Thank you, please and thank you.
But no,
But I really think
ours is part of our test. It is. We do have to have a COVID test along with our regular 3-week test that we get: gonorrhea, chlamydia, and syphilis and HIV.
right.
So they just added that to it.
So it just added COVID to the cocktail,
Exactly.
No pun intended.
the testing cocktail.
Well,
Add COVID-19 to the testing cocktail.
how many of you guys are prepared to take the vaccine? You gonna take it, T. Franks?
No.
Okay,
That's a no.
because let's see the
That's a no.
67%. Let's
No.
see if that holds.
Because
in this room.
I stopped. I'm like Suave. I stopped taking the flu shot. So I don't really see myself taking this COVID.
No, but me, I was thinking about taking it, but I was really gonna just wait for you guys to do it first.
So that means you're never gonna take.
Yeah,
it.
I
You're
was
never
gonna be
gonna
waiting.
Taking this.
I was
You
really
gonna
waiting
be
for you
waiting.
guys to do it first. Really,
You taking this
We'll
Suave?
be waiting in line with us, but he'll be the last one. Y'all go first. Y'all go
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Supporting y'all.
You know. Interesting enough, I was watching on YouTube and a recording of Minister Farrakhan, and he said that he was at a doctor's visit one time, and the doctor was a younger gentleman that wanted to vaccinate him for some purpose, and the minister said he looked at the doctor and asked him, "Do you know what is in that vial?"
Nope.
And the doctor responded. He said, "Yes, it's the the vaccine that we're supposed to be administering to you today." He said, "No. Do you
Yourself.
yourself
Right.
know what is in this vial?" And he had to come clean to the minister and tell him, "No, sir, I do not." And his point to that was, we trust our enemies too much.
Oh,
And that was his point.
say that.
And that was his point. Now, I am not saying that the vaccination is a good thing. I'm not saying the vaccination is a bad thing. But here's when the times that our country and the leaders of our government purposely breed mistrust amongst the American people. Now, here's where everything gets jammed up trying to come through the toothpaste tube. Okay? Here's where all that they really need to communicate gets jammed up because there's no trust.
There's no trust.
How can you trust your elected officials if they can't even tell the truth about an election?
You can't. How can you?
Billion conspiracy theories on it.
Well,
a billion.
Let's go beyond conspiracies. How can you trust some people who would propagate the Tuskegee experiment? How can you trust people who have done? How can you trust people who have done things like murder our leaders and then expect us to believe the same investigation entities who murdered our leaders?
And also, I'd like to know, when was the "We're Good Now" ceremony? I missed that. No, I'm serious.
Suave was there.
No, I'm serious. When? I mean, when? This is something that present day citizens have to ask themselves about the American government. When was the "We're Now Good" ceremony?
There wasn't one.
When did
When
that?
Kanye was running.
Yeah. Oh.
That was fun.
Yeah, make America decent again. Yeah, let's be decent.
Man.
Oh man,
Cheers to decency.
But you
And
definitely.
you know what? If I can get that syringe and get that light they put on the sheets to see if it's cum stains. If I can look through that blue light with that and don't see nothing swimming in there.
I don't think we're familiar with the cum stain light.
You've seen cheaters before. You go to the hotel and use that blue light.
The black light. You mean the black light?
Yeah.
The black light. Absolutely. Okay.
In other words, the cum stain
the
light.
black light.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is.
Yeah. Okay. The black light. We definitely understand.
The
that.
black light. So you got to use that, put that in the syringe and see if you see anything catching light or swimming around.
Black lights matter.
Black light. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Go.
Yeah,
Absolutely,
that's a good one.
man.
Yeah, they
That's
do.
a good one.
Well, honestly, you will not see me standing in line, and I will not be publicly letting people know my vaccination status. I'm just going to tell y'all right now, hell no. How about that?
Well, what if they make you guys take them to perform?
Then
We're giving a big bag, big ass bag if you come perform.
and then I'm going to ask President Trump to lend me his legal team. And there you go. Well, you know what I mean? And we'll see about it after that. I understand.
So check this out.
I understand he's got about 160 lawyers working for him right now, trying to stay in office.
Just don't get Giuliani. Just don't get Giuliani.
Okay, check this out. Let me ask you this question. If you do or do not take the vaccine and you say you did, how they gonna prove you didn't?
Paperwork.
So I think it's gonna be something in that vaccine.
The reason why
Since
now
wherever the-
I'm
the
going to
spot
tell
is-
you I'm going to tell you
an indicator.
It puts you to a database.
Indicators.
I am going to tell you how they will know that you didn't take it or you took it. The vaccination contains heavy metals. Period.
Exactly.
End of story.
Exactly.
You guys
that
sound like
communicate with the 5G. It tell your temperature. It tell your financial status, everything.
Well, look, okay. If we're going to go there, let me ask you guys this: is it like the mark of the beast, the vaccine?
No, I don't think that.
I don't think
that when you talk about biblical things in that fashion, the mark of the beast. I don't think that COVID-19 qualifies.
Well, something they're forcing you to take.
I don't think that qualifies.
Either you take it or you don't.
I think that the voluntary trap is the mark of the beast, and the voluntary trap is the trap that we volunteer for. It's called the internet.
Ooh, okay.
If you take each letter of the word computer and match it with a number, add those numbers up, what do you get?
I barely can spell computer.
You get 666.
Uh-oh.
Now, what does this have to do with the mark of the beast? I have absolutely no idea. But it is a fabulous coincidence right here on the Truth Serum Show. I got to tell you that.
On that note, I think we need to come back.
We'll be right back with more Truth Serum with Carl Thomas flirting after work after this.